Welcome to Latin at Home. I am Kathleen, your host. In this series, we will be using verses from the Mass readings to practice Latin. Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me here at Latin at Home. Welcome to your weekly Vulgate Latin lesson. This week is the sixth Sunday after Pentecost, and the Gospel reading this week is from Mark chapter 8, verses 1 through 9. We are going to take a look at verse 8. Et manducaverunt, et saturati sunt, et sustulerunt, quod superaverat de fragmentis septem sportas. Let us break this down. I told you before we were going to see et probably in every other sentence, and in fact, we see it 3 times just in this sentence. Et means and. This is a verb that we've seen in previous videos. First, we need to look at the ending of this verb because there's no subject here for us, so we have to insert a pronoun. So with nt, our subject is they. And remember in the other video, we referenced the word mandracate in English, which means to chew on or to eat. So this word does in fact mean eat, and it's in the simple past tense, they ate. And they ate et and saturati sunt. So again, the subject's they. You don't have to repeat it if you don't want to. I just put it in brackets when that happens. Hopefully you recognize sunt. It is a present tense form of esse. However, despite being present tense, we are going to translate it in the simple past tense as were. And that's just because it's used with saturati, which is a certain type of participle that causes that to happen. And saturati means satisfied or filled. So, and they ate and were satisfied. Et, and, again, we have this nt ending on the verb, so we're going to throw in a they there. I am actually going to repeat the they this time. Sustulerunt is they took up or they bore. Quod is an interesting word because it can mean because, used as a conjunction, or when used as a relative pronoun like it is here, it can mean that, which, or what. I'm going to actually translate it as what. Superaverat. So you can see super at the beginning of this word, and super as a prefix, it means above. So the only word that comes to mind right now is a superscript that's written above as opposed to a subscript written below. But anyway, super means above. So this is just what was above, what was beyond. So this is how it gets the translation of what was left over. So this is above what was needed, beyond what was needed. Now we have de fragmentis, this prepositional phrase. I want to draw attention to the preposition de. I don't have numbers to back up what I'm about to say, but it seems that de is the most commonly used preposition in Latin. If it's not the most common, it's up there. And it means of, about, concerning, from, or down from, maybe because it can mean all these different things. It's got so much versatility. That's why it's so common. And something to note about de, it is always followed by a noun in the ablative case. So you can see fragmentis has an ablative ending on it. So we're just going to go with our first option of what was left over of fragmentis. We have to insert the article, remember, the fragments. And now we have our final 2 words. Let me just clear some space for us. Septem sportas. Septem means 7. And actually, just this week, I posted a video about Roman numbers, Roman numerals, the derivatives that we get from them. So if you're looking at septem and you recognize that prefix sept, you go check out that video. I have it linked below in the description. And finally, sportas is plaited baskets. Plate is just, it's kind of redundant. It just means like braided, woven baskets, and that's what a basket is. So anyway, there we have our verse. Let's put it all together. And they ate and were satisfied, and they took up what was left over of the fragments, 7 plaited baskets. So excellent job. Let's take a look at the official translation. And they did eat and were filled, and they took up that which was left of the fragments, 7 baskets. So if you have any questions about what we did today, please let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments of any other videos you'd like to see. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll be doing these mini Latin lessons every week. And finally, let's take a look at our visual, and this is everyone eating and being satisfied. Thank you again so much for joining me at Latin at Home. I hope you have a wonderful sixth Sunday after Pentecost.